the tide seemed to be turning at least a little bit, and startups, even AI startups, are having a bit of a harder time fundraising than they were just a few months ago. Welcome back to the AI Breakdown. Today we're starting something that is informal, but is probably a series that I'm going to do throughout the rest of this month, where we look at big trends heading into 2024. Now, in some ways, this whole way of thinking kind of kicked off and was sort of inevitable coming off of the one-year anniversary of ChatGPT, which was, of course, November 30th. And naturally, this is finding its way into end-of-year coverage. And I think it's a good time to reflect on what has been, as well as what's coming. And one of the things that you are starting to see is a growing conversation around the funding dynamics around artificial intelligence startups. Now, for those of you who are sitting there saying, this doesn't really matter for me, I'm not running an AI startup, so why should I care? I think that actually, the funding dynamics of the startup industry are sort of a proxy for a number of other trends, as you will see as we dig into it. But before we get into the latest reporting, and especially recent data from PitchBook, let's put this in the larger context of how startups have been shifting in general. For a long period of time between sort of the end of the global financial crisis and just about 2 years ago now, we were in an extremely low interest rate environment. This was, of course, because of the massive stimulus that was needed to right-side the economy coming off of the global financial crisis, which sort of just became a more permanent policy over the subsequent decade. Now, during this time, there was an ever-present shift of more and more investors moving farther out on the risk spectrum to find yield. Basically, in a world where you couldn't get 5% or even 3% off of bonds, you just had to go do more risky stuff. What that meant, practically, was more capital than ever coming into private equity and, yes, venture capital. This led to lots of different things, including higher valuations for startups on average, as well as just more startups getting funded. Another impact was that startups were able to stay private for longer because more and more often you were seeing Series E, Series F, Series G type rounds. Now, of course, this was nothing but supercharged during COVID, when there was massive both fiscal and monetary stimulus at the same time. Depending on your perspective, this was either a golden age for startup fundraising or a misallocation hellscape, but in either case, there was no way it was going to last forever. Now, by the time inflation started creeping up at the end of 2021, there had been people screaming for a while that the Fed really was behind the 8 ball and that they really needed to shift their policy in order to not see just runaway inflation. Of course, that runaway inflation is exactly what happened in 2022, and the Federal Reserve shifted from this incredibly accommodative policy from the zero interest rate era into the fastest rate hiking cycle in 40 years. Just as startups and crypto and the things that were on the farthest end of the risk spectrum benefited the most when stimulus and liquidity were forthcoming, the withdrawal of that liquidity had a more deleterious impact on those sectors than on anyone else. Obviously, we saw the impact of that in many different sectors. Crypto was decimated, although of course that had a lot to do with fraud and own goals as well. But in general, startups have had a very rocky run of it. Now, one exception to this seemed to be AI startups, even as towards the end of 2022, other subsectors of technology had started to internalize the lesson that for the first time in more than a decade, companies were going to have to think about things like profitability and move away from the growth at any cost sort of mindset that had dominated for the last 10 to 12 years. AI startups remained the exception. In the wake of and around ChatGPT's launch, there was so much capital pouring in and around AI companies, almost as a sort of last gasp of the ZERP era VC mindset. Now, already by the middle of the year, this had started to shift. AI engineer Sam Hogan wrote a very long and frequently shared thread back in July where he wrote, 6 months ago, it looked like AI and LLMs were going to bring a much-needed revival to the venture startup ecosystem after a tough few years. With companies like Jasper starting to slow down, it's looking like this may not be the case. Sam goes on to articulate from there a couple of different theses that VCs had that seem not to have borne out. One was around big enterprise-focused companies whose product was ultimately a, quote, generic thin wrapper around OpenAI. Sam writes, their UX and brand are good but not great, and competition from companies building differentiated products specifically for high-value niches are making it very hard to grow with such a generic product. So one category that wasn't doing so well were these enterprise wrappers. The other category of losers, as Sam put it, were the, quote, VC-backed teams building at the application layer that raised $250K to $25 million in December to March on the back of the chatbot craze, with the expectation that they would be able to sell to later stage and enterprise companies. These startups typically have products that are more focused than something very generic like Jasper, but still don't have a real technology moat. The products are easy to copy. Now from there, Sam goes into a whole argument for why, surprisingly, enterprise companies had actually been spinning up their own tools in a way that we hadn't seen with previous technology movements. But all in all, the TLDR was that already, even just a few months after that big funding bonanza, which again happened in the wake of ChatGPT, there were already big questions around how sustainable it was likely to be. All of that said, AI still continued to be a funding bright spot relative to other tech sectors. A Bloomberg headline from October reads, AI funding soars to $17.9 billion while rest of tech slumps. The article reads, multi-billion-dollar investments in artificial intelligence startups have become almost commonplace in Silicon Valley, with dollars raised for AI companies outpacing funding totals in every other category of tech and reaching $17.9 billion in the third quarter. According to PitchBook data compiled for Bloomberg, the value of funding for AI companies climbed 27% globally in the third quarter compared to the year before. That's even as overall deals for startups fell 31% from a year earlier to hit $73 billion worldwide. In other words, in the third quarter, AI company funding was up 27%, while overall startup funding was down 31%. That's a 58% gap between how well AI startups were doing relative to a year before, as opposed to startups in general from a year before. Putting a fine point on this, Bloomberg writes, the opposing trend lines highlight a divide between AI startups and the rest of the industry. Rising interest rates in a post-pandemic slump have hammered VC funding, making AI one of the venture capital world's lone bright spots. Now, at the same time, those statistics were sort of still obscuring the larger point, which could be seen in PitchBook's assessment of its own data, which they summed up as generating less momentum, generative AI deal count dips in Q3. PitchBook writes, it seems unthinkable, but momentum for generative AI appears to be slowing after captivating VCs and the broader public, leading to a surge in VC funding. While investment remains high by historic standards, excitement appears to be waning in the sector as large tech companies make waves and investors realize that many generative AI applications may not be ready for prime time. The number of generative AI deals fell to 101 rounds in Q3, a 29% decline from Q2. Deal value was also on a downward track, but ended higher at $6.1 billion thanks to the blockbuster deal for up to $4 billion that Amazon inked with Anthropic. Said Brian Offutt, a partner at Index Ventures, momentum is definitely waning as the market comes back to earth. We are living in the messy middle of AI. Again, from PitchBook, Pete Flint, a general partner at NFX, said there's a realization now among founders and investors that some early companies were interesting experiments, but not great businesses. He said, the retention and monetization are just not there. Still, the bigger piece comes in the next paragraph, which says, Flint added that big tech is looming large over the generative AI space, contributing to the slowdown by potentially scaring away startups and investors. He said, it's clear that established digital incumbents and challengers are not asleep at the wheel. Indeed, there's a bunch of ways that this reality is showing up in the market. First of all, as TechCrunch points out, mega deals could be inflating overall AI funding figures. And this one points out that those big numbers are incredibly top-heavy, with the $10 billion investment from Microsoft into OpenAI, the $4 billion into Anthropic from Amazon, even the $1.3 billion into Inflection. All of these things give the appearance of an overall healthy sector, when really it's a very small number of firms that are leading the way. What's more, a huge amount of capital is coming from the big tech incumbents, which is a very different phenomenon and something that we've discussed is very different from previous tech movements. Now, part of that is just that it costs more to compete in this space than almost any other technology sector. There's only so much compute to go around, and in many ways, a lot of the big labs are frankly outstripping the capacity of the venture capital industry to service their needs. But beyond that, there is, just as that VC put it a moment ago, a messy middle of AI. One of the things that we talk about a lot on this show is how we are moving into a period where, yes, even as there is excitement around new frontier models and increased capabilities, a lot of the emphasis is shifting to integration of AI tools into existing workflows and seeing where the value actually arises. AI content creator and trainer Greg Kamrat has been looking for stories of AI actually working in the workplace and tweeted this morning, lots of new models, not a lot of new stories of AI creating value. Now, I have a lot of theses about what's going on, and I think it's a lot less bleak than it seems on the surface. TLDR, I think that the inertia of corporate and enterprise processes is powerful enough that it can slow down even artificial intelligence. What's more, given how quickly AI is rooting itself in people's personal lives and the way that they interact with the internet in an individual capacity, the gap between how an individual is using it and how it's finding its way into the enterprise feels more jarring than it might otherwise. Anyways, that's starting to get into a whole different topic, which again, we will probably discuss at some point. But for now, it is leading to this larger sense in a shifting of the AI startup funding environment that is having an impact on how the field is evolving. That information article that we started with, some AI startups find the money's no longer so easy, tells the story of a number of companies that went out to raise $100 million rounds over the summer and have had to settle for much more tempered investments. Now, that piece makes it seem even clearer that VC consensus is moving to a belief that the big tech incumbents are going to be the big winners from this whole shift. Now, obviously, a world in which VCs are retreating because they just assume that Meta is going to win looks very different than the previous worlds of venture capital in the past and has big implications for the ability of startups to compete. There is obviously a self-fulfilling prophecy aspect of this that's going to be really interesting to keep an eye on. And so for now, that's what we're going to do. This is a story that continues to evolve every day and every week, but one to watch for sure. That, however, will do it for today's AI Breakdown. Until next time, peace.